Mad City is what we're gonna start off with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, what can we say about this?
This is a masterfully crafted project, man. I think it wins the album category hands down. But like, I don't think I think it has a lot of great songs that make up the story. But I don't know if that's why I kind of want to get your opinion on which song do you think is the best song. You know, I feel like it's a lot of the songs that are real close to to each other, and not any like great standouts. That's my only like. If I could give a knock to Good Kid, but I might go Money Trees potentially. Um,
Honey Trees as your favorite? As your favorite, or you think it's the best? What I mean by that is like
the
most
biggest,
popular, most successful, or is this your biased opinion? What you like the most to hear?
the hit song from the project could have been Swimming Pools or Poetic Justice. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I will agree with that. I
or
think the big track on here though, and
Mad City.
I'm only showing, fellas. I'm only showing. All right, I'm showing all 12 songs. Ooh, "Sang About Me." It's probably "Sang About Me."
I
You
get
know
that.
that was crazy. What were you gonna say?
I get it. I think it's a great song, but I don't think it's a big song.
Well, that's my. Well, how about we separate this in two categories? My favorite would be what I think is the best crafted song on here,
You sing about
which is hard to say, will probably be "Sing About Me" or or because there's so many great ones on here, bro. Like the Art of Peer Pressure is honestly my favorite one
incredible.
on here.
Bitch, don't
"Sing
kill my
About Me"
vibe. You know.
is crap, you know. But "Black Kid Fly" or "Sing About Me" is one of those two. Hearing those was I'm a song was it corny or whatever. Yo, I never heard a track like that before. You know what I'm saying? "Sing About Me" was crazy. Matter of fact, I probably haven't listened to that song in 10 years, 10 plus years. And me just saying the name of that right now brought crazy memories back. So I'm gonna go check
Mm-hmm.
that song out again. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
Yeah.
that's the. So what song are we gonna have represent this album in this thing that we're doing?
Okay. And on the other side, what you mean by the most successful? It was probably the one with Poetic Justice, obviously. That's the best one. Then they have Janet's that's the name of her movie. First off, ain't it? Poetic Justice. That's Tupac's and
Mm-hmm.
Janet's movie, right?
Yeah, Janet
Yeah.
Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, classic. Kendrick always been playing chess with these people, bro. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, uh the song, damn, bitch, don't kill my vibe. The song that will represent this album,
It's hard. They're all they're all in the
that's
same.
right here. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, where the justice? Mad City was crazy when I
Mad
first heard
City.
him rapping like that, and the beat was changing. Who was he rapping with? Who was
Backseat Freestyle is on there. You know, it's a lot of.
Yeah, man, crazy, crazy. Probably Backseat Freestyle. Probably got to be the one. He went crazy on that one. That's probably got to be the one that we listen to when we listen to all three of the tracks, them up against each other. I'm gonna say
I might have to go.
Backseat
Bitch, don't kill my
Freestyle.
vibe.
Just don't kill my vibe. That's the one you would like to hear when we listen. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So real rock paper scissors that one.
uh, all right. Let's do. Thank me later.
You want to go first on this, or
Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite Drake projects. To be honest, it's like he still was kind of experimenting with a lot of different sounds at this time, and I feel like uh, I just like where he was at. Like I like what producers he was using, just his whole vibe at this time. So I'm gonna go. I don't know, man. I don't want to say "Show Me a Good Time." Kind of will can represent this. You got so many different ones, man. Like that's just one that comes off the top. You got so many different ones to pick from.
Drake was in his bag right here, bro. Drake was definitely, bro. I was just listening to this earlier, tried to get like a feel of what they was gonna sound like, and listening to karaoke, bro. I probably replayed it like 3 times, and it reminded me that back then I replayed it like 30 times. You know what I'm saying? Just back to back to back to back to back to back to back. I used to really fuck with Drake the hard way back then. You feel me? And still
Exactly.
do. You know,
That's what.
a lot of people started hating on Drake after this beef and all that, after the Kendrick Drake beef, like it's their beef or some shit. Drake's still that dude, bro. Drake always been that dude, honestly. So yeah, I'm gonna let you pick first before I pick, but
Um, it's your turn. I'm just gonna say, "Show me a good time."
I'm gonna
Uh,
say it's either Find Your Love or
Fire Rose is great.
Find Your Love, or I was listening to Fireworks and Alicia Keys, man. You know, it was. I used to replay her many times too. Their songs together. I love Drake and Alicia Keys songs together. You know, they was
Bro,
always fire. You know what I'm
I,
saying? And I guess he started beefing with who, Swiss or whatnot, and kind of messed up that relationship or whatnot. But yeah, anytime that he like did a cover, I know he did a cover of one of her songs. I can't think of it right now. Um, but yeah, I used to listen to those shits 1,000 times, bro. So I'm gonna say Fireworks or Find Your Love.
I and I'm gonna rock with you. I think
Or
I'm gonna
you're
go with.
close, bro.
I feel like "Find Your Love" is a great representation of that project.
Hmm. What you think is the most popular on here, like most mainstream? Is it Find Your Love? Or is it Up All Night with Nicki?
Hmm.
It was probably Up All Night,
No.
right? What was that fancy?
It's
You
fancy.
fancy now,
Fancy.
brother.
Fancy's the most popular one. Yeah. Fancy. I'm going. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He,
It was fancy. It was fancy. So, are we gonna let that one represent, or
yeah. I think it damn near is fancy, but like yeah, I'm going fancy. Yeah.
okay, fancy? We'll let that represent. Okay, and now let's move on to J. Cole,
Yes, sir.
which is the Sideline Story, huh?
J. Cole, the Sideline Story.
You know, he put "the" in front of all his songs. The Fall Off, the Warm Up, the Come Up, the Off Season,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the, the Sideline Story. Just noticed that. Crazy work. I love J. Cole. J. Cole probably out of all 3 of them, before I even talk about the track, out of all 3 of them, bro, J. Cole is probably the most relatable,
Hmm.
the most on the earth, most normal person you can relate to. He talked about the stories of, even though Kendrick, they would say he's like Tupac reincarnated, J. Cole is the one that's really like that. He's the one that's can make a Branda's Baby or Dear Mama. He's the one that can make those songs, bro. He's the one that can talk about having a child. What's that one song? It's on here. What's it? Lost Ones. When I think he's talking about having trying to have an abortion,
Mm-hmm.
and he talks from the man's side, and then he talks from the woman's side. I forget what's the last verse, but he's a master at talking from one side, and he even does that on different albums. What's that? Tale of Two Cities or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
He talks from one side, then he talks from the other side. And how many times will he do that? He did it again on it was Lost Ones and is it Never Told or Lights Please? One of them, I just feel like he's always talking from two perspectives. I think it's Lights Please. He's talking from two perspectives and a true storyteller. And not, I used to say he was the, this, but it's not. I used to say he's the dumbed down version of Kendrick.
Hmm.
He's a more digestible version of Kendrick, where Kendrick using all these big ass words or whatnot to show how intelligent he is. J. Cole is just using simple. You know, he's still lyrical. I'm not taking that from him. He's still lyrical, but it's something. My mom loves J. Cole. Loves every track J. Cole puts out. Kendrick, she like, I like that, but it's a lot more that comes with Kendrick. He has a lot more flavor that he's putting in there, and you got to really have some roots in music to really appreciate, or some roots in just background and the culture or Black history to really appreciate that. Where Cole, it's digestible for anybody and everybody, and it can still be deep. You feel me? So I just wanted to put that out there first. Sorry for that rant right there.
It makes sense. It makes sense. I just feel like both of them, all of them stand out above the rest, but I just feel like if you're just comparing them three, Cole might be the one. Like if you had to pick one, like my least favorite out of the three, I would probably go Cole. Just on my personal, like if I was stuck on an island and only could listen to a certain amount of artists, I think if it was between them three, I'm gonna go just Kendrick and Drake. Well, Drake, I think he covers. If it's between them three, Drake just has his own lane as far as covering more ground. I feel like Cole and Kendrick are, like you're saying, very much similar people, but one's from the West Coast, one's from North Carolina, so they got a different story, unique story to tell. But I just kind of rock with Kendrick's, like the way he produces music a little bit better. Like the final product is kind of more entertaining to me. I wouldn't even say he's necessarily like a better lyricist or even a better rapper. It's like his influence is more similar to what I like. Cole kind of reminds me of Nas. I thought you was gonna say he's a more dumbed down version of Nas, but that's kind of who reminds me of, like I'm not gonna disrespect and say Great Value, but a Pepsi version of, like, if Nas is Coke type shit. But
that's completely understandable. I can understand that. Yeah. Yeah, of course. I think he, even with the Let Nas Down, track that he had, he's definitely
a protege.
A real of Nas, if anything. So yeah. What's the track you pick on here?
Ooh, is it Workout? Is it? I don't know if I'm going to say that's going to represent it. I know that's the song he don't want to represent it. But
I was just about to say that, because speaking of Nas, and you saying Workout, that was the whole reason he made the Let Down Nas track, because he made the Workout track. Let Down Nas.
but that's super big. I don't know.
Your favorite? Your favorite?
I don't know, man. I want to say the off season. Well, I feel like it's Workout. I feel like that's the song that I would put them, if I put them all against each other. That's the one that would come out. You know what I mean?
Man, there's a Dollar in the Dream 3 on here. Dollar in the Dream. That's all a nigga got. I'm gonna stop right there.
That's your favorite?
My memory is not as good as it used to be with lyrics. But listen, Workout, even though he said he didn't want that, I used to love Workout. I used to love that track, bro. That was a fire track for sure. I can't believe you didn't say In the Morning with Drake. In the Morning, crazy track. When that first came out, that's when I actually thought Drake and J. Cole was actually two best. You know, obviously Kendrick was in there. But I thought, yo, them two light-skinned niggas can run the game, bro. Nobody's perfect. I wasn't gonna say that good, but nobody's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Rise and Shine, you got Jay-Z on the intro of that, talking about you got to be hungry. Someone always hungrier than you, and then he come out going crazy. Or was that God's Gift? It was one of those two. I think it was Rise and Shine. Never Told. I love that track. Probably my favorite track on here is Never Told or Lost Ones. Like I said,
Lost was good.
He switched. So I just, I'm trying to give respect to J. Cole like I gave respect to, Kendrick and Drake off theirs. Mr. Nice Watch, bro. I feel like he was really in his bag. He was feeling himself. I think that's when he was talking at the very end. He was talking about how, I think he was talking about something with Jay-Z. Well, Jay-Z was on that? Jay-Z was on that.
Mr. Nice Watch.
Mr. Nice.
Yeah.
Jay-Z was on that. Yeah. So I gotta say my favorite one, Workout, was definitely good, but Never Told was my favorite. But the one that's gonna represent this one for us
might be Lost Ones.
got to be. Got what?
I was gonna say Lost Ones, but
probably Lost Ones, cause you need something deep to go against Kendrick. Workout is not gonna beat Kendrick. No. What we just picked for Kendrick, Workout is not gonna do it. They're not gonna respect that. We can't do that. We gotta come a little harder. Maybe Dollar in a Dream to go up against Kendrick.
That's fair.
Or Lost Ones. One of those two. Which one? Maybe Lost Ones, because it was real deep, bro. You can't. I love the deep tracks, boy. So
I just feel like that's like authentic Cole, like he got tracks like that. Like I don't know, these anthems. It's like Lost Ones. You got
real Cole. That's the Cole that he really want to be.
Yeah.
But he got to put something like Workout out there.
Exactly.
So he could put songs like Lost Ones out there. His true self out there.
Mm-hmm.
So Cole was really in his bag.